Okay, we'll be finding the greatest common factors of multiple numbers. And remember, with greatest common factors, we use division. So, and everything can be divided by 1, so that's where we always start. So 2 can be divided by 1, and then 2 can be divided by 2. That's as far as we can go. 3 can be divided by 1, and 3 can be divided by 3. That's it. 4 can be divided by 1, and it can be divided by 2. We're halfway there. It can be divided by 4. Now, so what's the greatest common? Well, they all have 1 in common. So that means that 1 is the greatest common factor for 2, 3, and 4. They all can be divided by 1. Okay, next we have 2, 3, and 6. Well, 2 can be divided by 1, and it can be divided by 2. 3 can be divided by 1, and can be divided by 3. 6 can be divided by 1, 6 can be divided by 2, and 6 can be divided by 3, and then 6 can be divided by 6. So, what is the greatest common factor that they have? Well, the greatest common factor, once again, is 1. They all can be divided by 1. And that's the biggest number they all can be divided by. So, your greatest common factor is 1. Okay. Once again, we have 4, 10, 20. But we're trying to find the greatest common factor here. So, 4 can be divided by 1. 4 can be divided by 2. And 4 can be divided by 4. 10. 10 can be divided by 1. Oh, and 2. Not 3, not 4. But it can be divided by 5. And since we're halfway there, I know I can now divide by 10. Okay, 20. 20 can be divided by 1. It can be divided also by 2. And not by 3. Oh, it can be divided by 4. And it can be divided by 5 as well. And it can be divided by 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 can be divided by 10. And since we're halfway to 20, we can go ahead and stop at 20. Now let's find the greatest common factor. And I think the greatest common factor of all of these will be the number 2. So they all can be divided by 2. Now that's the largest they can be divided by. So that'll be a 2. Okay, 9, 15, and 30. So 9 can be divided by 1. It can be divided by 3. Not 4, not 5. Okay, that's 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then the last one is 9. 15 can be divided by 1, not 2, but 3 can be divided by 3, not 4, but it can be divided by 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's, well, that's about as far as I can go. So the next one will be, last one, 15, can be divided by 15. Now 30 can be divided by a lot of stuff. It can be divided by 1, it can be divided by 2, and 30 can be divided by 3. 30 can also be divided by 5, not 4 though. Let's see, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 can be divided by 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 can be divided by 15. And it can be, we're halfway there, so we can divide it by 30. So let's look for the greatest common factor. And that'll be 3. So they all can be divided by 3. So that's your greatest common factor.